What up, people? It's your boy, Stealth Jet, back at it once again, bringing you some gameplay. I want to apologize first and foremost, in case you hear a TV in the background, or what sounds like a mature man yelling, because right now, my dad is currently looking at the NFL on CBS, brought to you by the Google Pixel 6. So, in case you're wondering, he is a Ravens fan, a Baltimore Ravens fan. I used to be a Steelers fan, Pittsburgh Steelers, I mean, but then my cousin got traded to the Dolphins, and I kind of stopped caring after that. But, anyways, enough about football. We're here to talk about this game, Vigor, and more specifically, this map, Brodalen Bridges. It is a large map. It is. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So keep that first statement in your mind, if you don't mind. That was terrible, but we're going to keep it in anyway. Now, what did I decide to bring out onto Bridges? Well, see, back in the day, before the LD6 came out, I used to bring out the ADR. And I said to myself, well, let's see if the ADR can still handle its business on this map. I mean, hey, I featured a game with a para on this map, and the para is just a worse ADR, in my opinion. So, it should work, right? It should. But first things first, though, body armor. You already know what the deal is, because, you know, if he can have extra health, why wouldn't you take it on you? Or take it with you? Why wouldn't you? So we spawn back here at the bottom of the map, and I'm going to try to play the game for a little while. And when I say that, I mean play the game at its base level. I loot. And it looks like that's all I can really loot at this here junction. And I know, there's a car right there to my left, there's an RV right there to my left, but both of those vehicles have alarms. Or can have alarms, rather. And you've seen what I do to people who loot cars. So, why would I want to do that to me? At the start of each one of my matches, I try to find out the most optimal path. Get it? Because Jet Killer Optimal. I try to find the most optimal path to hit all the comm stations. If I can't hit 3, at least let me hit 2. And if I can't hit 2, well, let me find 1 and hover around the area. And when I say hover around the area, I mean go investigate some gunshots, then come back, knowing the comm station is still open. That's what I mean by that. But you know, sometimes the comm stations can be so far from you, you have nothing to do. Except to try and find somebody. Well, I say try to find somebody. This guy was just unfortunate enough to just, you know, walk across my line of vision. And he died. But hey, a ZA. I'll take that. I'll take that indeed. And yes, I know you barely see me use this weapon anymore, but number 1, it looks fantastic, and number 2, I got a gold skin for it. And number 3, Back when this weapon was pre-nerfed, well, yeah, before this weapon got nerfed, I was putting up video after video after video. Bruh, I don't know y'all remember that. This weapon was literally the embodiment of my happiness in the game. Then they nerfed it. Then I switched to the VSS. Then they nerfed it. Then they introduced the damn LD6. And I fell in love with it. Started posting videos on it, saying, yeah, y'all are sleeping on this like machine gun. It's freaking good. Then they nerfed it. I know it didn't happen in that exact chronological order, but you get the point. It's like I just keep things because they were good, not because they are good. It's a sad sentence to say, but that's the case. Moving forward here. You see me walk straight past the time safe. Didn't get shot at. Red flag. Red flag. Because usually, if the time safe is right there, you might find one person inside the barn and like 3 people watching the barn. But I just walked straight through there and no bullet came near me. Yeah, so where is everybody? To my recollection, we didn't hear a lot of gunshots. To my recollection, I could be wrong. But I killed one guy. And this comm station at the top of the map. At the top of the map. Remember, I came from the bottom. Has not been used. And again, to my recollection, there are a grand total of about 2 people who spawned back here, or back there really, in that part of the map. 3 if you get really unlucky. So for that comm station to not be touched, and 3 people are up there at the very beginning of the match, where is it? Where is everybody? Where are they? This is like the equivalent of pulling up to the club at 12:15 a.m. when the club opened at 11 and nobody's outside. But you hear the music pumping. I get ported. But there's nobody dancing to the music. As in, I don't get shot at. I don't know how long you, specifically, as in the viewer who is watching this, I don't know how long you've been watching my Vigor videos, but there's one thing I always tell my long-time viewers. You get pinged for a reason. And in this case right here, this scenario, I have no idea why I got ported. Until now. This guy who ported me, right, was so afraid that somebody was capping the detector, he used his ports to see who's nearby, then used the real detector. It's expensive, but it can work. And I say can because unless you pull off the magical pixel damn inch play where you put a jammer down and you sit in a jammed area, but you watch the detector and the detector doesn't get jammed by your jammer, you did something right. I mean, you're still camping, but you did it in a kind of a glorious, elegant kind of way. Like, if I got killed by that, I wouldn't even be mad. Because that took a little bit of skill. But in this case, what is he going to do with the information? And I say that because whenever you use a detector, what do? Well, you look at any of the loot events and you see if there's anybody camping them. And if you don't see anybody camping them, what do? You run straight for them and you try to open them. Because at that moment, you know nobody's around. So why is he not doing anything? You see, I'm looking at this time safe, right? And I'm like, well, if he's not here, then where can he be? And I'm just, at this point, I'm looking, but I'm also listening. Yes, I know the barred house is that white house up there, but I'm not really interested in that. Because I'll know for a fact if he's up there.
Airdrop incoming. Get ready.
Now here comes the airdrop. And like I said, I know for a fact if he's up at the barred house. But this time safe, he gotta let me know he's here 3 different times. One time to use one padlock, another time to use another padlock, and a game tells me he's here because it says time safe unlocked. Right? So I feel like I would be better suited over here near the time safe and not so much near the Bard house. But I say that and I move. Because by process of elimination, if he's not at either one of these safes, then he gotta be near this airdrop. He gotta be. Because you don't just hit the detector and see one dot, if not about three, because that's how many people I think are left in here besides him. If not about three, and don't do anything. So the airdrop landed, right? And y'all know me, I keep that thing on me. This radiation grenade. Pull it out. Pull off a Kobe. May he rest in peace. Sad that he died. I can't get over that shit. Boom. So now, the airdrop is nice and dangerous. And in my opinion, it's the most dangerous it can be on this map. The whole point of relocating the airdrop is to put it in the center of the map. To give everybody who goes for it the maximum possible time to run to an exit. And in turn, the maximum amount of time for radiation to kick their ass. Ever thought about it like that? So I'm watching the airdrop, or at least the symbol on my screen, and I'm waiting for him to come and get it. But he's not coming to get it. Okay, maybe he left. And I don't know if he left or not because I don't carry ports on me. I'm not that much of a sweat. I'm more like, oh shit. Tower. Top of the map. Top of the morning. Okay, so the tower is at the top of the map, right? Either he was at the safe and waited for me to go for the safe, saw I didn't go for the safe, and he says, okay, well, I can at least hit the tower before I leave. That's what I'm thinking. And that's why you see, well, if he's leaving, then I'm leaving. Because at this point, nobody is doing anything. Anybody is doing nothing. If that last sentence confused you, then I'm sorry, but my brain works in weird ways. So I say to myself, well, if he's at the top of the map, then either he's going to come down for the airdrop, or he's going to go up and take some exits. Well, I say some exits. He's going to take one exit, and he's going to dip. Right? That's what I say to myself. So I skirt the edge of the map. I don't recommend this, by the way, but I skirt the edge of the map. And you see, I'm looking over here, because you never know. The possibility of him running down this hill is, it can happen. I mean, the tower is just over that hill when you think about the geography of the map right now. So, there's the exit, right? I'm running, and he's there. Why is he there? Why is he there? Why is he there? Number one. Number two, why did I not hear any crows? And number three, transmitter and glint. What? Why would you sit there near your transmitter and your glint? If I went to use a detector, I would see two red dots right there. Then I would come over to this exit and I would see crows, but not hear them. And I understand that sounds confusing, but let me try to put it to you in a really simple way. Crows only spawn when you look at the exit where they came from. That's number one. Number two, you gotta hear and see crows at the same time in order for you to know that you're not safe at that exit. That's how crows work. The first thing is a bug. It's a bug. I know it's a bug. Crows don't spawn unless you look at the exit. That's a bug. But that tells you that somebody was there. So, take that into consideration. My thing is this. Crows didn't spawn. So I was caught off guard. In the most damn ambushy way possible. No pun intended. So, that was a scare. But hey, Barry and ZA. And 2 kills. I'll take it. And I'll catch y'all next time. Until then, peace.